to see how Alliance will fare against a strong team like DK?
I think all the games are obviously thrillers. Alliance versus DK, I'm going to give it to Alliance. They've just shown sublime play throughout so far, and DK was a bit shaky yesterday, especially with the game they lost against ID. I was a bit disappointed.
They should have won that game, though.
They should have won it, and that's exactly why I don't think they're going to beat Alliance, because their decision-making isn't as good as Alliance. Meanwhile, Alliance were looking to drop a map yesterday, but then turned it around through excellent fighting and decision-making. So I just feel like Alliance is probably the better team.
Yeah. Right, but when you go to a 90-minute game, you're liable to make more mistakes than I think the other one was like a 45, 50-minute game. They were just waiting a little bit too long. Maybe after that long, it's really hard to keep your concentration and still make good decisions that far in.
Maybe they should have just ended it 50 minutes earlier.
Is that statistically correct, Bruno? The longer the game goes, the more mistakes you could potentially make.
Potentially, if the game
I went out on a limb there.
time, you will end up making mistakes.
Is that so?
Well, I mean, it's just the law of large numbers. The more time it passes, something that has a 0.0001 chance of being true will happen.
All right, well, these are the matches that are coming up. But, of course, for those of you who are joining us now and didn't get to see Day 1 and Day 2, we've got some highlights for you.
Bringing down Na'Vi, game number 1. Playing to Rabbit and the silence. Na'Vi are into the winners bracket semi-final. Out of nowhere, Dignitas aren't going for the jugular. And it's a GG. Rattlesnake, the first team knocked out of the International 3 main event. Mouseforge just didn't have it in them in the end. LGDN knew exactly what they wanted to do, and they were ready. The crowd is wanting it. Lorna.
LGD Gaming versus Alliance.
The bait! What's happening? The bait is currently being sacked. Bottom lane, Admiral Bulldog's in here. Sylar, he's trying. It's GG. Alliance. They are into the winners bracket semi-final.
What can you say about this?
Best game so far. Sick game.
Wow. I mean, it was just as Loda said. Gold doesn't matter. Kills don't matter.
Not yet! Sideline of fall! Liquid are doing it! They're gonna take it! LGD China are going home! Oh my god! And Balva is on his feet!
There it is! This is now the longest game in Dota 2 history. Team DK knocks down the defending champions.
This is going to be more destruction, annihilation from IG. Absolutely slaughtering Zenith. It looks like the defending champs are staying alive and will move into the top 8.
So there we have it, Day 2. That was just yesterday. It feels quite a long time away, actually, for some reason. But it was full of just so many magical moments. The storylines were so amazing. You had DK knocking down the defending champions of the International, Invictus Gaming. That was one of the big storylines.
In the multiple record-breaking game.
Yeah, we had the longest game of competitive Dota.
The most farming game.
Yeah. The highest, what was the amount of gold?
60 plus thousand.
Yeah, just over 60,000 on Burning. We had Alliance still undefeated in the tournament.
Yes.
Just imagine if Alliance are able to go through the whole tournament and not drop a single map. I don't think it's possible, but I guess anything's possible. Even LGD, who didn't drop a map in the group stages last year, they had a real tough time when it came to the main event.
I think that if any team of the ones remaining can take a game of Alliance, that's going to be DK. Navi versus Alliance is a very, very hard match to predict. If it was in the semifinals, I wouldn't be able to know what happens. But DK, I think that they have this ability to at least take one game from you. I'm not saying they are going to win it, but I was saying the same last time. I kind of want Alliance to lose a game because it takes pressure off you. If you're going to win, the more time you are without losing a game, it's not about winning the whole best of 3, but also we can't drop a game because everyone's looking at us. The moment you drop one, you just feel more relaxed. And I mean, if they're playing great now, they're going to play even better.
I mean, what about Tongfu, though? Tongfu in the group stages almost took a game off Alliance in game 1 of their best of 2 series, and it kind of reminded me of the DK-IG game. It wasn't as long. I think it was around 78 minutes long, but it was very similar, where I feel like DK had the lead for the majority of the game, or Tongfu had the lead for the majority of the game, but just didn't execute.
I think Tongfu is going to be the team that's going to just improve with each passing game now. Everyone else has been performing really great. DK, maybe not as great as Alliance and Navi, but has still been performing very, very good. Tongfu is just only going to get better from here, and I think they could very well go ahead and beat Navi.
We'll have to see if that's going to be the case. That will be our second game here at the International for day number 3. But also a fantastic storyline yesterday was Team Liquid causing a huge upset, taking down LGD China. They're still in the tournament. They're currently top 8. How far can they really go?
Are you asking me? I think they can take another game, and that's about it.
One more. So they have to face IG next, and after that they have to face the
loser of Alliance and DK.
Ooh.
But that's where we go into best of 3 against some of these juggernauts. I don't think Liquid is going to...
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Liquid beat Tongfu 2-0 in the group stage?
Yes.
And they won versus LGD. And maybe if they win versus IG again, they will become public enemy number 1, kind of.
Well, IG 2-0'd them in the group stage.
Right.
They were under a lot of pressure too, because Team Liquid was on the borderline. They were in between 4th and 5th, and they had to win at least one game to be in the winners bracket. So, I mean, I wouldn't say that's as much pressure as it is now, because one loss will take them out of the tournament, but it's still a lot of pressure. You want to start off in the winners bracket if possible. Yeah,
Team Liquid have been great under pressure. They've really performed well, and actually yesterday, there was just so much pressure in all the games. There were so many tight games, and really it created some amazing moments. So we can take a look at some of them with the top 10 plays of day 2.
Alliance have to do something.
The Familiars have already done their stun, and Sylar wants to open up again. S4, he's going to jump in here. Oh, Sylar! Blinding light!
Needs a force down.
He's being pushed up. Somebody get him down. Be bad for them.
Here we go. QQQ looking for a target. Poked his nose up. There's the hook. Caught him Familiar. Trying to do what he can. Ferrari's locked down. Black hole. Gonna catch. Oh! Everyone caught that was down in the river. And now there's a swap from Faith. Ends up giving himself up.
Throw off the Ori with the Nova's better. And S4 jumps in, but hit himself. Wonderful spy Carapace. And then skewer up. RP drags a man, but RK with the oldie from the tree line. LGD slowed. Damage. DDC even held in place by RK. Bubble double kill for Admiral Bulldog.
Down the rocket to fly. Hook's there. Where's the
hook? He canceled the last second. Boba is hitting it home. BKB coming up from Sylar. 4-step out, and Sylar just stuck there, hitting cogs like a madman.
He's got no TP. He's got no way out. This is a massive kill if they can get it on the run. Dusted up. All the damage stolen, and Sylar just has no way out. Boba's done it again. Ice, if he gets lifted, he is so dead. Arsar gets homestead under the tower. Now driven back low and dead. Ice, fighting a kill. 1v2, juking in the trees, still alive, standing strong. He's done it. This guy is so hard to kill. Roche is low. Are they going to contest or not?
You gotta do it now. You gotta do it now, Song.
BKB from Korok. Not being used. Caught by the Song. Roche is low. Grand Theft Agent from LGD. Picked up by Yao. Hooking from Boba. RP catches a few, and it's chaos in the pin. Still standing strong.
Second RP. It's gonna come right now. That also catches 3. Sylar with the right clicks. He gets up by X-Mike. He's low. He's gonna get one, but he's dropping. Korok wins the man fight. Yao comes back in. Hooks back in by Boba. They win the team fight. TC grabs the cheese.
Farm the other side of the map. Here, though, comes Yamate, rather X-Freedom. Surged in, looking for a net. Can't find it yet. Now, a beautiful steal. Steals Measure Image. Will it matter? Doesn't look like it. One more hit. Yes, it does. He's going to live. Might catch a straggler here. X-Freedom by himself. Nets in. Held in position. Familiar stuns. Dropping fast. Ice jumping forward. Is he going to fall? He does. Barely killed off. A great anti-mage ult. Picks up a return kill. Will Zenith re-engage. Where's that call down? Ice is here. No gyrocopter just yet. He's still bottom. Now in comes a deafening blast. A few heroes to fall. KSI driven off. These minions are just doing too much damage.
Oh my god, see? Sunstrike! He nukes them down!
Henceforth, being stripped up. The base. What's happening? The base is currently being sacked. Bottom lane, Admiral Bulldog's in here. They have to defend. Colobot's back. And now your secondary RP. Familiar finds its space. Sylar beats down Admiral Bulldog. And Loader, nightmared up. Concoction. One stun, two stun. Hold. Slides. Loader, he's gone.
The mid-racks, the only ones standing.
98 seconds. They have to hold the mid-melee. The Familiars will die as well. If they lose its mid-melee, we got mega creeps for Alliance. 61 minutes in. Even Beastmaster now buys BTs. LGD must
Travels
push.
on everyone.
Ace will take the win here. Loader and Bulldog in through the rear. There's just not enough deeps. Sylar, he's trying.
So close.
62 minutes, 46 seconds. 31 to 30 kills mean nothing. Throne means everything. Alliance, this is game one.
BKB available on Alchemist. He is by far the strongest here. They are going for the throne. They say no more messing around. Will LGD make a great play? Sylar coming in. Invivo goes up a huge long stun. Lots on Ix Mike.
There's no RPs here. Can they really stop this fight without any RPs? The throne's gonna start dropping soon. Tier 4's to fall. One's down. One to go for Liquid. LGD could be going home. Now another home.
He's gonna delay another two-man call. And now Sylar needs to fight. Does he have buyback? He gotta buy back now. The throne under siege. Tier 4 towers going down. BKBs are all over right now for Team Liquid. And Sylar, this gotta be his last hurrah. Boba, he's looking for more hooks. They find two more. Now Sylar, man fight. She's gonna pop on TC. They're going for the kill. We have RP in 20 seconds. Will there be 20 more seconds? I'm not sure. Sylar going for TC. They don't get TC, but look at
Drone's low. Drone's almost dead. Not yet. Sylar to fall. Liquid are doing it. They're gonna take it. LGD and China are going home.
Oh my god.
And Bulba is on his feet.
Did you ever dream of this happening?
I mean, the tournament's still not over, obviously, but this is a best-of-1 game versus LGD, the team, the players that I've always looked up to, Yao, Xiaowei, and beating them like that. Like, we all played so amazing, and that was the best, one of the best, probably the best time of my life, that game.
Wow.
So there we have it, the top 10 plays of day 2. I think you could got easily a top 20 out of yesterday. There were some really fantastic plays, but what for you stood out in terms of a match?
Definitely Liquid. I think Bulba, especially on his clockwork, obviously, man of the match, but also the team on a whole played so amazingly well against LGD. There's really nothing to say about that game other than Liquid deserved to win. And I think I saw a tear of joy in Bulba's eye at the interview with Casey, and with good reason too.
Yeah, that was against LGD's most comfortable strategy, too. Alchemist Mag, they played that over and over. It was fist or place out, and Liquid just completely took them out of their element. Bulba, I think he had 2 plays in there.
So do you find that Team Liquid were the most impressive team of yesterday? Can you say that, even though Alliance,
it's been the only upset of the tournament.
It's the first upset of the tournament, yeah. And I think they're looking strong. We talk about Bulba a lot, and the rest of the team, everyone did their job, especially Fluff and Stuff. He was not the highlight part of the replays because there was Bulba doing so much work. But his freezing fields were always on target. You could see his emotion. This is a very collected and calm guy. He never shouts, he never screams. You could see his face. He was out of his mind there, having so much fun, and I think that guy deserves a little bit of recognition as well.
I mean, everyone on Liquid's lineup did amazingly well. Even Ix Michael with his spell uses on the Bane Elemental was easily overlooked a lot in that game just because of how great his teammates also were.
And TC's Razor, I think, carried them to the early game with his pretty good skill build, too, and item build.
Yep, you guys said it, and Bruno, you said it. They deserve some recognition. They definitely got that. But for some other people that deserve some recognition, well, they live backstage, and we're sending Casey in to talk to him.
Good morning, guys. We are here in the back backstage area. I'm going to show you the kind of backstage area in a second. This is all the way back, and this is the video village where basically all the magic happens. And Chris is going to explain to us kind of what we're seeing behind us. Good morning.
Good morning. So right here we have, well, I'll start in the back over there. In the far back, we have Game 5 from China.
Let me get out of the camera way. There we go.
They're doing a full production for China over there. We have...
I'm very excited to be on TV.
Yeah. A little bit closer, we have all the people who are doing the video encodes and the YouTube uploads. And then we have actually TV6 right here. They're from Sweden. They're doing a production. And then this is the main streaming area over here to the left, where we've got our 4 languages streaming, the crowd cam and the pod cams, both right there.
And if we could just scan back up just so you can see the delay. There we are. Kind of creeping me out, actually.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
So yeah, that's what we have right here. And then over here is the big station where we're doing all the on-stage part of the show. The podcam, the screens in front of each of the players, and the big screen that we have for everyone in attendance here.
I know you guys are hard at work back here, but when you're watching everything that's happening on the stage, you're getting excited too.
Yeah, we get pretty excited back here too, but we try to pay attention to make sure everything's still working right.
You can't get up and run around the stage like Bulb.
No. We just do little dances in our chairs.
You might miss a few buttons if you do that. All right, continue the tour, please, sir.
So yeah, these are the guys that are doing all this. You can see all the front screen, what we have in front of each of the players here. Setting up the lobby, getting ready for the game.
Yeah, so these guys they're controlling not only what the audience is seeing right now on the big screen in front of them, but out in the lobby. So this is a lot of having to really stay on top of things.
Right, we're showing all the upcoming events, what games are next, who's signing what when, everything that's happening around here.
Chris, thank you for the tour. We're going to continue the tour a little bit. I want to show you, we can't come too far because we want to be very careful, but I want to kind of give you a perspective from the players. You know, obviously we all know what it's like to watch them, but what is it like to be a player and to actually feel the energy as you're walking through the backstage area onto the stage itself? They come out from down the hall. Then we have 2 green rooms back there where each team can kind of sit and chill out, and there are TV screens back there where they can kind of keep an eye on the action. And then they walk through here. Back there's the interview room where you see a lot of our interviews happening, so that's where we head them to as soon as they come off the stage. But if you follow me, please, this is what it looks like as a player. They file through here, past the lovely screen, and into the darkness of the side stage. Now I'm going to follow the cable. I hope I go through the right curtain here. Pull it aside. Here we go. See how that works? And here they are. And there you are. A lovely looking audience, and you guys have so much energy, and I'm so impressed. How many people were here until midnight or later last night? So exciting, and so exciting to see how the energy is still up. See, now you can see what happens to try to make me look presentable for television. I'm followed around by a light. So this is kind of the behind the scenes for those of you watching on the stream. And for people watching, and for you guys too, I just want to, in case I forget between now and Sunday, thank you for being so supportive. There are a lot of people who are just learning about Dota the way I am, and I really appreciate you guys being so kind about it and bringing me into the family. And really proving to people that gaming is a sport that can't be ignored. And hopefully this is what will show people that they need to give you guys the respect that you deserve, because this is amazing. And I'm going to send it back to you, James. We'll show you more behind the scenes stuff coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Casey. Yeah, was it a backstage tour or was it a game of Spot Ice Frog? I got him twice, Bruno.
I actually was surprised that they weren't trying to hide him this time. And I also want to,
They're really slacking off.
I was expecting Casey to actually go for an interview. But also I want to thank Base Bot Guy for showing everyone around. Now you can put a face to the bots.
There we go. So, you guys, have you guys been backstage as well and seen all the work they put in, or have you been watching the games in the auditorium?
I've been testing Half-Life 3 backstage, and that's about it.
Just testing,
just
not
testing.
breaking.
I didn't shoot anyone.
Oh, they've removed guns.
Yeah, they've removed guns.
It's just portals.
You just jump around in portals.
It looks good. Okay, so the games today, of course, the 2 that we're starting with in the upper bracket are going to be Alliance and Team DK and Na'Vi versus Tong Fu. Let's get just a little bit more in terms of We will talk individually about the matches once we get to introduce the games, but we can bring them up and say, Alliance DK, what's going to happen?
I'm not exactly sure. I think Alliance looks like the stronger team at the moment, but DK, they looked pretty strong versus IG, but I don't think they'll be able to take a game off. DK hasn't had like a really predictable playstyle, like let's say LGD China, and I don't know what they're going to bring against Alliance today.
I think Alliance is going to 2-0 DK simply because they've been looking so incredibly strong. They have their early game down. They have some of the best strategies so far, and they just look so much in tune with each other. I don't think DK can actually cause an upset here, unfortunately.
I mean, they really relied on. They really relied on Enigma yesterday, and I think it like plays into some of the games that they like. It was like a 3 to 5 minutes in between each skirmish, but Alliance likes to fight a lot early, and a hero like Enigma, I don't think is going to work out for them. It did very well in this particular series, and that may have been a strategy targeted against IG, but I don't really know how they can target a team like Alliance.
I think Alliance might even bait out the Enigma pick and then go with an Enchantress Venomancer combo and play really aggressively. We've seen them do that in the group stages, so I would really love to see that again.
Bruno, give us some percentages, some stats on what's going to happen.
The thing is, Alliance has been winning everything, right? So you start to think, maybe I should stop banning the things that everyone bans and try to stop Alliance from playing their strongest heroes. Right now, they're 9 games all won with Furion and 6 games won with Furion. With Gyrocopter and Naga. So maybe we just take those away from the equation and give them some of the metagame stronger heroes, but something they don't play much with. And in the case of DK, they're unbeaten with a lot of heroes as well. They're 6-0 with Weaver themselves, and they're 3-0 with Chen and 2-0 with Bad Rider, Tinker, and Bane. So the game was going to be which of these heroes are they going to pick, and they're going to try to keep their winning streak going on.
Yeah, we'll have to see what's going to happen in that match. I know that everybody has turned up in force to make sure they're here for the Alliance and DK game, and that's of course where Casey got to meet the fans coming into the tournament today.
We're here in the lobby once again for day 3 of the International. We've been chatting with a lot of folks that they've been coming through the doors, and despite the long days and despite the fact that yesterday we had a match that hit the record with, 98 minutes, people are still energized, and we're seeing a lot of caffeine too. You are really all out.
Yes. Yeah, well, Team Liquid's still in the race, and we just got to up the game every single day.
How cool was that?
You weren't screaming loud enough.
No. Oh, I wasn't?
No, you can still hear what you're saying now. You gotta have that nice rasp.
Exactly. That's what we sound like. I'm drinking about 5 pounds of honey with some amount of TNNs. If Liquid makes it to tomorrow, we're bringing a boombox with 80s montage music.
No, you're not. Seriously? Hey guys, how you doing? Were you here yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah? What'd you think?
Awesome, but the DK and IG game was so long. I missed dinner. I missed dinner because of that. But then I just like picked up something at the nearby shop.
And it was worth every moment, right?
Totally. That was Dota history right there.
Do you think DK and Alliance are going to go as long today?
There's no way they're gonna let a game go that long.
What is it going to be like? Because for me, I like watching the different styles of play as I continue to learn. What's it like with those two oppositions?
Just Western styles are more aggressive. They want to end it fast. They don't believe in a long game. They want to end it in the early to mid game.
Sure.
I heard you're a great rapper.
Yeah,
and actually Luminous is also a great rapper.
Really?
You guys should team up.
Seriously?
I'm dead serious. You should go rap.
Okay, I only do freestyle nonsensical things.
Don't worry, he does too.
Okay.
But
right.
yeah, you want 2 minutes.
I'm ready.
Yeah, you got
okay, all right. Quick, whack. Thanks, guys.
If that rap battle doesn't happen, I'm going to be very disappointed. Luminous, my money's on him. But so far, the 2 people we really should be betting on, or 2 teams we should be betting on, Alliance and DK. And speaking of the 2 teams, let's meet the first one up in the first game of day 3. It's Alliance.
And S4, the captain of Alliance, is with us right now ahead of the match. And I wanted to first of all congratulate you on beating LGD yesterday. How did it feel?
It felt really good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And you're on kind of a hot streak right now. I understand you're undefeated in group play. You're coming off of another big win. How are you feeling this morning?
We're feeling like the upcoming match against DK is going to be one of the hardest in this tournament, so we're pressured right now.
How have you prepared for this one versus previous matches?
We're going to stick to our style. We're not going to change. We're winning, so why change?
Yeah, why change anything? Yeah. S4, thank you. Best of luck, and look forward to chatting with you on the other side.
Thank you so much.
Henrik Arnberg, Admiral Bulldog, Trollhättan, Sweden.
Joachim Achterhall, Aki, Gothenburg, Sweden.
Jerry Lundqvist, EGM, Sweden, Västerås.
Jonathan Berg, Loda, Gothenburg, Sweden.
Gustav Magnusson, S4, Stockholm, Sweden.
Alliance, all members from Sweden. A huge amount of support for them out there over in Europe. And Admiral Bulldog, S4, Ake, EGM, and Loda make the team. S4 in the interview said, well, we're winning, we don't need to change. It doesn't mean they're going to do the same thing, though, because Alliance seem to come into every game with a clear-cut plan, and they execute it perfectly.
Yeah, Loda was talking about that the other teams think they know what Alliance is going to bring, but they always think one step ahead. For example, the Roshan behind, they just seem to have everything prepared. And I don't know. The one thing I wasn't too convinced about was them actually picking LGD, because the first game was really, really shaky. And if you pick the fourth place team, you'd think that they can just easily 2-0 without either of the games looking close.
I think one of the things they do really well, when he say that they don't need to change, they still don't get complacent. They still do new strategies. They have a lot up their sleeve. So in a sense, they do change, because none of the teams actually know what to expect other than having to put up a hard fight. So I think Alliance is standing a really good shot at just taking the entire thing, which is also why I have them as a favorite going into this game.
I'm just thinking that I want to see a level 1 Roshan, even from Alliance or DK. If it was Alliance, it'd be like saying, yes, we did it to you before and we're doing it to you again. And if it's DK, it's like, we can also play your own game. So whoever's going to get Dire, watch for that hero picks, because if you get something like an Ursa or even a Lone Druid, it's pretty sure that they can go for that level 1 Rosh.
And it's a best of 3, so teams can afford.
Right.
Oh, DK are looking forward to this best of 3, I'll tell you that, because, of course, as you mentioned, they did get level 1 Rosh in a best of 1 versus Alliance. So let's meet the team that Alliance are going up against, which is DK.
And DK Super joins us now, along with the help of Josh, our translator from Dotaland.net. And I want to start off by asking how you have relaxed and prepared after yesterday's mega match.
就是问昨天打完很长的比赛，然后之后怎么休息，然后怎么准备今天比赛。
打完比赛我们就回酒店吃了个饭，开了个会，然后就聊一下今天BB 上应该怎么应对 A 队吧。
They just went back to the hotel after the match. They had dinner and then they held a team meeting and they discussed how to address the bans and the picks.
So what we saw with you and IG yesterday, we're probably going to see a very different match today with Alliance, a very different style of play. What might we expect from the team today that we may not have seen yesterday?
那觉得今天你们跟 A 队打的话，可能跟昨天与 IG 打的比赛风格会完全不同。那你觉得主要会在哪里不同？
比赛我觉得不管对手是谁，我们打出我们自己该打的东西，战术就差不多了。
He says maybe it doesn't really matter because as long as they as a team play to their own style, then that's how it'll go.
Well, a lot of people in the lobby are very excited to see what happens. Good luck, Super. Thank you for talking with us.
徐志雷 ，Burning， 安徽 ，China。姚毅 ，QQQ， 安徽 China。
白帆 ，ROTK， 陕西 China。
谢俊豪 ，Super， 广东 China。
雷生荣 ，AMI， 广西 China。
Team DK, in the interview, they seemed confident, and they should be confident. Yesterday, they beat out Invictus Gaming, the former champions of the International. Now they go up against Alliance. Burning, MMY, QQQ, Super, and ROTK complete the roster for Team DK. And this is a tough one for Alliance. Now, Alliance's hardest game in the group stages was against Tongfu, who had a record of 8-6, and the third best record in the overall group stages was that of Team DK. So this should be the toughest match that Alliance have yet in the tournament.
I should say so. I mean, they picked LGD for a reason. We saw them come out on top 2-0. So, in a sense, DK obviously should prove a harder match because they beat IG, but I'm not sure. I think LGD might have been the better team of the two. I'm not too convinced in DK. I'm very skeptical after the game 2 yesterday. I'm just very disappointed in what DK had to show.
Yeah, but what about games 1 and game 3?